Alrighty. We had to give the internet a couple minutes so that way it'll shake all the bugs out of the system. But anyway, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another prime time live stream with me, Jay, and Mr. Machine. Say hi there, Mr. Machine.
Hello.
You're supposed to say, hi, Mr. Machine.
That's for next time.
Oh, that's for next. Oh, okay. That's for next time. So make sure y'all got your drinking snacks, and I got mine. So y'all are wondering why we're doing a back-to-back live stream. Well, guess what? I'm giving you guys some more entertainment. That's what I'm giving to you. I do got a video coming up on NVIDIA driver update that's just coming out. I think it's was it 610.88? I think it is. So make sure y'all stick around for that video as well. But we're here tonight. We're going to dive back into Zorin OS. And we're going to try to put Steam on it and see if we can game on Steam. See what kind of benchmarks we're going to get from the test bench by running Zorin OS with the Steam app on this AM4 system with the 5700X, 64 gigs of system RAM, 3200 megahertz CL16, 512 gigabyte. Actually, no, it's 128 gigabyte. SATA SSD. I need to get me a bigger SSD, seriously. But I didn't touch the 1 terabyte SSD because that's got Windows on it and that's got my other testing suite there too. So the price of hard drives and solid state drives and all that are really expensive, so I figured I'd go into one of my older systems that are just sitting on the shelf, repurpose me another SATA drive, which I did, and that one I purchased in 2022. That's a long time for that machine. Uh-oh, he hit the mute button.
I'm here.
There he is.
I did hit the mute button.
You did hit the mute button, yeah. Well, so I got 128 gigabyte SSD on Zorin OS, which isn't eating up too much space. I have Firefox installed instead of Chrome OS. I have the Brave app installed instead of Chrome OS. But we could still pull up the Steam app download, which we are going to do in a second. And just to let you guys know, the reason why I'm getting this machine, if you guys didn't, I swear to God, we're talking about this right here. This monstrous system that you see right here. We're talking about this right here. You know, machine, the fans aren't spinning on this damn thing. And you're not, I wasn't supposed to do that because it would have fed back power, but there's not enough spin for the fans, but I don't know. The fans ain't spinning. They must be at a 0 RPM.
Yep.
That's because I don't have AMD software installed yet.
No, that's true. Yep, that's true.
So now I'm going to have to go on a fishing expedition. Now I'm going to have to go on a fishing expedition, guys. So let's do this together. Let's just go on the expedition and see what we got cooking. I got a tiny face, man. Look at this. It's a tiny face. Oh my God, let me make that a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. Now I got a bigger face. Okay, so now I can go from my one PC. I got to switch keyboards. I swear to God, I need like a 2-tier keyboard system. You know what I mean? One with the drawers that slide out, and I got to stand up here and do this. And everybody think I'm a fruitcake for doing that, that kind of thing. No, but look at this. I mean, you're seeing right now. You can see the desktop, brother. I know because I see it right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That look how clean it is. I mean, I got all my stuff at the top. I don't have it on the bottom. So let's first do this. Let's start with the driver installation. Well, let's start with the software installation. System tools. Let's see or utilities. Let's see if we can find it. I'm sure you guys are screaming at me right now. Jay, I know where it's at. I swear to God, you guys are screaming at me right now. And yes, I am a rookie when it comes to this. Software. The one thing that I was looking for right here. That's what I was looking for. And put AMD. Let's see what it comes with AMD. I got OBS Studios Unofficial. Rock'em Validation Suite. Diagnostic tool for AMD GPUs. CPU fetch tool. Come on, there's got to be something here for AMD. What would they call the program for AMD? That's going to be the question.
I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot.
What? Tell them. Come on. Come on, it's my time. Come on. Tell them, Gooch. No.
Nope. It's not AMD Adrenaline.
You're looking for the Linux one?
Yeah. Nope, that's not it either. I'm probably in the wrong spot anyway. Let's see what's installed.
It says there's no AMD Adrenaline control panel for Linux.
Yes, there is.
You can achieve a similar GPU management and monitoring with open source tools and AMD Linux driver suite.
Oh, this is going to be like, I thought there was a driver's, there was like So it's not going to be, oh, we got one update. Oh, update. It's a secure boot update. Let's see. Utilities. I thought there was. I thought I installed one time. Let's
From the AMD website, it says using Linux distribution that is not compatible with AMD for Linux. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Oh shit! I don't want to download it. Stop. There's a AMD GPU Linux thing on the website. Let me send you it. Just go into your thing.
Oh, I think it's lacked. I found something.
Okay, I sent you a link for the AMD website. That might be it. It got I don't know.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to try this one program. It's called Lacked.
Okay.
You can probably already see it because I'm downloading it now. Or it disappears. That's weird. It just disappeared. There it is. Okay. Okay, well, that ain't gonna work. Okay, I already got Steam up, so I'm just gonna install Steam.
Okay.
We'll just work around it for now. I know what you're saying about AMD website, but the last time I tried with NVIDIA's website, I got nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Steam can be installed from software. Well, install Steam, motherfucker. Okay, well, I'll keep that as a backup then. So what you do is you go into all apps, and then you go find Steam. I used to do this on Windows 95. What's Steam called? Valve? I forgot what Valve was called. Okay. It doesn't download too bad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it downloads pretty well. It's not a slouch. Like I said, there's things that I have to do on this. You know, I'm not going into code. I'm trying to show everybody you can do it simply, but sometimes there's like a little hiccup here or there. And the only reason I got to authenticate with the password is to keep people from breaking into my shit. It's as simple as that. And why that's popped up there like that, pin it to dash. See how I pin that like that? Done. So, you guys know. You guys know I can't let you see my password, you know? Because that would be sacrilegious.
Probably like that.
And no. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Why do I cannot understand? I can't understand why they keep doing that. Okay. Let's see if I can log in. No, everybody's like wondering what I'm doing. Oh, you're just going to have to give me a minute because I can't see that well.
So what can you with that amount of space? How much does the operating system take up? Out of 128 gigabytes.
Oh, hold on a minute. How much? All depends.
Is it like 20 gigabytes for operating system?
Well, it depends on the size of the games, brother.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let me get this out of the way so I don't have any boo-boos. Okay. So now it's just a matter of signing in, guys. Hold on, let me get all this stuff out of the way. It's just a matter of I have a 3 code verification. Okay, machine, you got my attention now, bro. Machine.
Yes. How much space does storage does
Okay, you want to know about the operating system, right?
Yeah.
You want to know how much I'm using right now is what you want to know.
Yeah. So you have Steam installed and the operating system installed. So how much space?
Let's go to system. Come on. I keep oh my God. I'm still thinking that I'm back in Windows, bro. System tools. Okay. Power statistics. No, that wasn't it either. It's in the system tools. Okay, system monitor. That'll be better to go to. System monitor. Okay, so system files right there in front of you. Total, it looks like it takes 23.8 gigabytes. I only have 117 gigabytes, and available, I got 87.2 gigabytes. Is that what you wanted to know?
Yeah.
That's
so
what
23 gigabyte used for both those, for all that software so far.
For the operating system and what I just put in, yes.
And Steam, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So not much. I mean,
20
huge difference between Windows and that.
Well, 23 gigabytes is not big.
Yeah, it's not much. Yeah, I agree.
You can get away with 512 gigabyte drive, but to use like 120 gigabyte drive or 128 gigabyte drive, minus whatever follies you got on the drive. But yeah, so not too bad. I don't think it's too bad. So now, what were we trying to see? What were we trying to accomplish, Machine?
Download like 3D Mark or something.
Okay.
That one's not great.
It won't let me install it.
Why?
It says available for Windows and Apple.
Okay. So what? Okay, so you got other things. The demo works.
Yeah, the demo works. Well, we can work with the demo. Let's see. It's only 6.37 gigabytes. Why not? It's less than 7 gigs. You know, it's small. It'll give us something to work with. I'm waiting for somebody to jump into the chat here in the live stream and say something. That's what I'm waiting for.
We just now got 6 people. Just now.
Everybody's going to be curious what we're doing here is, all right, I'm taking and using Zorin OS on a SATA drive that has 128 gigabytes with this test bench here, the one that I built and made a video on, which you guys need to go watch. So what the whole purpose of this is that this is showing everybody that you have an option when it comes to Microsoft and Linux. So I like using Zorin OS is for the simple fact that it's easier to use. Okay. I made the mistake by going to the website and downloading the Steam OS when all I had to do, it just went over my head. All I had to do was go and look for the file right here on Linux, which they have. And as far as with the graphics card and getting it set up and stuff, that we can always do. So, but we're working on it. We are working on it. Proton experimental. Okay. So let that finish finalizing. And there it is. It's all been finalized. Let's go back to the library. Let's go to 3D Mark. I know you guys are going to say, it's synthetic. It's synthetic. Relax. It can be all synthetic at once. I'm just testing it out because I'm getting this system prepared for the next phase of what's going to be coming. And it's in the mail. I can't tell you what it is, and Machine can't tell you what it is because it's a surprise. Machine decided well, I can't tell you what he decided, but you're going to have to take and use your imagination until this comes in the mail. And then we can do a better, how can I say, explanation to you guys. So you're just going to have to wait until the next live stream in order for us to explain what's going to be happening. I'm not letting the cat out of the bag because you all twist my arm. Ain't happening. Not this time. You guys are just going to have to subscribe to the channel. You're just going to have to watch the videos from beginning to end. And you guys got to keep me motivated. Obviously, YouTube is suppressing my channel. That's why some of the subscribers haven't received any notices for my videos or my live streams. Guys, you really need to start looking. YouTube's being relentless. They don't care anything about what my channel's about, but I do. I care about you guys. That's what I care about. Did this just lock up? No.
No, everything looks good so far.
On whose end? Mine or yours?
Mine. Yeah, I mean, everything looks like it's running, working.
Well, that was a little, well, to me, it was just a little bit slow. You know. Oh, I know why I didn't do the other one. One, it said it was for Windows, and two, oh, this is going to suck for people. But that's okay. You know, we're going to go to Solar Bay Extreme and try it right there, bro.
Okay.
Let's see what they have in store. 7600 XT DX12. Let's just hit it. Let's just hit it and see what we get. There's no sound in this, guys. I've turned off the channeling of the sound because I didn't want to take away from the test bed, the test results by channeling the volume through this computer here all the way to my main computer. It was doing a performance hit, and I eliminated that. It just was an extra process we didn't need, machine. So I hope everybody understands. If you want the volume, then I'll cut and paste it into a video for you. But I can tell you this, and don't get me wrong, man. Linux is running slower than usual. You know?
Because it's on the SATA?
No. That shouldn't be too much of a difference. Because when the last time I ran a regular SSD on this, you know, M.2 NVMe SSD, it was still giving me the same response. Maybe just a tad bit quicker, but not much. That's okay. We'll just take patience. We just want to see the results. Two things can happen. One, it can tell me it can't run it, you know. Two, it can take a long time to get there. So that's what we're trying to find out. Is it going to take a long time? That's the question everybody wants to know. See, now what I'm trying to understand is if AMD was supposed to be the hot shot on Linux, how in the hell don't they put Adrenaline on Linux? If they're supposed to be such a hot shot, then how come they don't have their Adrenaline software on Linux? Maybe it's on some other distro, but they should have made it for all distros. You know, making it for independent distros doesn't cut it. Every distro on Linux should have a crack at, their software because it's Devlin. It should be a total crack. You guys might disagree with me on that, and I'm sure you're going to leave me a comment on that. But the thing is this, if I'm having this run like this, and I'm trying to switch from Windows to Linux, and everybody wants me to give them recommendations because of this, and people love playing Steam, and they see how long this takes, and I know my system here is not a slouch, what gives? And this is only at 1080p. This test is not at 1440p or 4K. It's a 1080p test. So what gives?
That's taking a hot minute.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. That's the reason why I didn't want to mess up my other drive. And this is the reason why. Is because even if I'm running on an NVMe or I'm running on a SATA SSD, I should still get some kind of performance from it. I did this the last time when I was running the other motherboard, that's slower than this, but actually that booted up faster than this, and running that off of what I did. So this is curiosity in my mind. So are we going to get a benchmark from this, or do I have to click off of this?
I'll just click off. Try to figure out why. Maybe download something a little bit easier.
Like what?
Looking at your library.
Weird. Okay, well then we'll do the easy bench. That's 6.27 gigabytes.
Yeah.
We'll do something lighter.
Yeah, because I'm looking at all the games and I'm like, it's 80, it's 60.
Yeah, I'll just use the benchmark thing.
Okay.
Something's not making sense. See, this is all a part of Linux. You got to, get it fine-tuned and everything else. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, Jay, why are you using Zorin OS? You should be using Catchy or Pop or, Bazite or, even Linux Mint. Why are you using Zorin OS? Well, I'm giving Zorin OS a chance. That's what I'm doing. I am giving Zorin OS a chance. Some people might not like it. Some people might click off of this video and say, oh, that's a bunch of crap. Mine runs better. Well, you guys can say that. But the thing is I'm putting myself in the consumer shoes, the one that can barely afford the hardware. How about that? The one that can barely afford the hardware. And just running with what I have and trying to make it work. This takes time to get it to work. There might be some other setting or some other programs I need to download to make it run sufficiently. So, little bit of time, we'll get it tuned. I had to do the same thing with the Windows operating system, get it tuned. So, we'll try something else. And believe it or not, Linux does run with this hardware. Why it's acting like a boob, I have no idea. Okay, that's probably why.
What?
Visual C dot plus plus. It's missing. It's missing something. Okay, we'll run this at 1080p. We will run this. Huh? It's trying to recognize this as wow.
Video?
No, it recognizes this as an RX 7600 XT. Interesting.
Close enough.
Close enough. Gotcha.
Close enough.
Okay, well, let's run the test.
Maybe that's got the 7600 XT die in it on accident.
Probably. It's got the wrong driver software.
Yeah.
That explains why I'm having problems. That's why it's running like garbage right now.
That's why it's so great. Look at that. Console-like performance.
Well, bro, you have to weed out the BS, you know?
Yeah. Plus, there's no drivers except for the basic drivers, right?
Yeah, this is running off the 7600 XT drivers.
Yeah. So it should be faster.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Should be 5% faster.
I'll tell you what. Let's see what it did. It's 3 FPS on the minimal. It's 20 FPS on the maximum. Average FPS is 5.6. Boy, that's running rich.
Yeah, that's great FPS, man. You're ready to start farming.
Yeah, we got a problem with the drivers. So
Flashes.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe the other program will work now that C++ is in.
No, I gotta figure out what's the problem with the drivers.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to figure out what the problem with the drivers are.
Ugh. It's a lot of updates.
Yeah.
Could be all there too.
One thing that I've noticed that with this, when see how Zorin OS just attached to the BIOS,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty much it's keeping up. See what it did. Um, uh, damn. Okay. Okay, now we're into some hardware info. Resizable bar disabled, which it's not in the BIOS, but obviously it is here. Oh, that's bad. Oh, Gen 4 X8, that's right. Um, I'm just checking to see what's going on with the card. ASRock, that's correct. No, it shows AMD RX 7600. Shows the Challenger OC, which is correct. So it's got the correct drivers. It's got overclocking too. Oh, I don't think I want to mess with that right now. So I turned it all the way up to 145 watts, which I know how much the card can do anyway. You know, looks like it's got the max at 145 watts, which I know this card does over 160. Thermals. Let's see. It's running OpenCL. That's why it's not. It's not on DirectX 12. Okay. Enable AMD overclocking. Oh, okay. I know what it's asking. It's asking me to restart their machine.
Restart?
Yeah. I'm not sure what it's going to do. Alrighty. Let's see if it did it. Uh, that I'm going to have to fix. But it's good that it's asking me for the password. Oh, we got fan control. Turn that off. There we go. There we go. What I'm checking is the fan control. Let's see. Okay, now I got the target set. If I want to do the curve, this is what's cool about this. I think that's fine. Okay, I can give the program software info. So it's Mesa 26.1.5. Okay. Oh, we could see graphs, man. No doubt. We got some graphs in here. That's cool. Well, looks like that GPU's running at around 32C right now. And that's upside down like I have it over here, you know. Okay, so now that I can see this historical data, right? I'll just minimize that. Let's see. I'm checking the clock speeds when I'm checking. All right, what should I do, man? Let's see. Let's do this. Easiest game to run. Oh, hell no.
World of Warships. It's the easiest game to run.
Yeah, I know, but
You want something with a benchmark?
no. Look, it's 82.02 gigabytes.
Oh,
I'm sitting
okay.
in the
Yeah,
sit. I only have like 38 gigabytes to play around with.
that takes out Horizon Zero Dawn. What about Control?
No, it's too big. All the games are too big.
What what's that one you got? That old that shooter game at the bottom.
What? Where wind meets?
No.
That's way too big.
Hold on.
Shooter game.
No, I saw it. I thought I saw it.
Oh, let me roll it back up.
What's mobile rivals?
No, that's too big.
Too big.
Too big.
Call the 3D Mark demo. No, it's not going to work. That'll give you a little bit more space.
Well, let's try it again.
Okay. If not, just uninstall it. How much
Yeah.
space is it?
Oh. Oh, that booted up a little bit quicker.
Got you.
Yeah. Maybe I need to go. Let me try like Steel Nomad Lite.
Okay.
Let me go into the custom run. Oh.
I can't. Yeah, because it's, just want it.
Let me try it at Vulkan. The reason why I'm doing that is because we're not on Windows. So let me run that. We'll run it at Vulkan and we'll see. And look, it booted up. What do you know? I think that was the problem. I was running it at DX12. Not too bad. Close to 60 FPS. What do you think? It's teetering at 60 FPS, bro. You can't tell me Windows operating system's better than Linux. You know? See, everybody doesn't stay till the end to see what our conclusion's going to be. No, what they do is they click on, they don't like what they see after 8 seconds and they click off. You got to stay to the end and see where we're going with this. Is because it's going to come to a point to where I have to think about alternatives for you guys to help you out. So, end of the day, you get 60 FPS. It doesn't seem like. Here's the problem. On Proton, it doesn't deal with DirectX. It deals with OpenCL, OpenGL maybe, or it deals with Vulkan. So, I don't know, Machine. That's pretty sad score. You know? It's a pretty sad score, brother.
Yeah, try going to CX12 now.
It shows me what I got running here. OpenCL and Vulkan. Thermals are looking okay. Let's see. 162 watts. Let's boost up the power limit.
Why don't you have it at 162?
I'm only doing it slow, bro.
Right now it's underpowered.
Well, I'm trying to look at what they got going on here. I mean, they got the maximum GPU clocks up to 2900. So it's clocked up to 2900 megahertz. The VRAM clock's at 2250. Let's see. Let's go back to overclocking. I'm checking the power states. I shouldn't have no problem with anything at this point. I know you're saying, Jane, just turn it up all the way. Here, I'll make you happy.
What's TEP for it? 160 watts.
I got it set at 162.
$165 is the TEP.
Well, I have it set at 162 right now.
Okay.
So we'll run it again. And see if that made any difference. You know what I mean? The whole idea, and I understand what you're saying, you're like, beat the shit out of it. I understand.
No, you're not. You're just running it stock.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're not beating the shit out of it at all. Now, if I'm telling you to run it at 180, then you're beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, well, it's still coming out to 60. Okay, the fan curve seems to be working. That's how I know things are working. The drivers seem to be working. I know how fast this card is.
I wonder if V-Sync's active. Because it stays at 60.
It's hard to tell because I don't have a program to check if V-Sync's on.
See what I mean? I think it's not allowed to go over 60. That's why it flashes back and forth so much.
I'll go into the options.
Yeah. That's my initial reaction, because it should be, certain parts should go up a little bit, should go down a little bit.
Let's see.
And it keeps it at the V-Sync of the monitor. See, yeah.
GPU count. Centered. Scaled resolutions on automatic. Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah. Look that up.
it's interesting, ain't it? Let's see. Let's hit Night Raid. Let's go into the custom run. Can't do anything in custom. I noticed that the screens, the mouse is not centered to the screen. That I did notice. Well, let's see what we get. Everybody just be patient. BKD 3D translation has a performance loss. Mango HUD can be used to monitor it. Okay, I'll have a look, man. Because I don't think this one's going to run. Oh, there, Mr. Fake Frames. Good to see you, man. Oh, it's stuck again. Oh. Okay, that's a bust. So now we got to figure out and go into the settings, interface. Broadcast, game recording controller. I don't think there's nothing on that end we can do to.
Yeah, Steam, probably doesn't do anything with your monitors. I don't know, it just seems weird that it stays at 60 the entire time. And that's exactly what your monitor refresh rate is. That's the strange thing to me. Maybe Fake Frames will know.
Probably. Like I said, look, I haven't messed with Linux in a long time. So this is like basically me coming out of the gate right now. Like if I was another person that wasn't doing reviews or anything else, just get my head into the game. So what I got to figure out is what utility that's going to allow me to fully, well, I got full control of the. So I'm going to do this. He said the mango HUD. Is that mango juice or mango HUD? Let's see what it is. Oh, cool. We'll try it. It's worth a look. You know what I'm doing, right, machine? Testing the graphics card. I don't know. Okay. Looks like it's got a lot of stuff in here. I see this says VSync is unset according to this machine.
It's not set? Okay.
Yeah, it says VSync, Vulkan unset, OpenGL unset.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even on. Let's just play it safe. We'll turn it off. Cool, man. I like this. Oh. Visuals. Oh. Okay. Well, let's test the memory. Right now we're testing the graphics card. Because you'll notice by the historical data, can you see the historical data? Machine?
I'm looking.
Right now I'm testing on the graphics card.
Okay.
That should level it off. Cool. Yeah, that did level it off. Power consumption. Um, Looks like you got VRAM. Video memory, display, process, VRAM usage. Okay. Yep. That's the fan. Not much power draw. Probably just got to get used to using it. You know? Performance test. Okay. We'll put that away for now. So yeah. What do you think, machine? It's kind of where you gotta, you know,
Get it where you need it to be.
yeah.
The average person wouldn't do all this.
No.
They wouldn't do this.
No, because they would look at it like, oh my God, Jay, no, I can't handle this. It's not for me. I think that's what drives everybody so much to Windows is because of the plug and play scenario. But it is what it is. I mean, you can either love it or you can hate it. Some people got the heart to do this, some people don't. I'm not saying I have the 100% heart to do this, but using this over time, I think I could get I think I can get the hang of it, but you got to constantly use it daily, you know. But you don't want to push it too hard. You got to start learning what you can use on this that's going to make your everyday life better. But if you're content creating, then you have to figure out what is this going to do to make your content creating better. So yes, I can run OBS on this, OBS Studios. And yes, I can save the video files. Yes, I could use good editing software with this. And yes, I can upload it to YouTube. But as far as with gaming, I think they got a long way to go, machine.
Nah, they're not too far off.
Yeah, but I think the whole problem that they're really having with this is matching up the drivers, concurrent drivers. I think people are so used to Windows operating system that looking at, on Steam, and the drawback that I'm seeing is that they're marking the games of what you can run on Linux or not. If you notice that it said Windows, right? That it won't open it up to for you to upload or download it to your Linux PC, because it locks it out because it says it's only for Windows. You see where I'm going with this, right? I want you guys to really think really hard about what I just said. When they just said, Valve did, that they're trying to make all the games for Linux as well. Why would they put a lock on it and say it's just for Windows only? And that's for the program, if I think about it, 3D Mark. You know? Is it hard to understand why people are kind of staying on Windows because of this mishap? Maybe because, Valve is not understanding. Their head is so wrapped into one thing, but they're locking quarter to almost half the games out because they're on Windows operating system. And they didn't want to tell anybody. So this is another lie. Just like when they start putting age verification on Linux and it comes up true that they're going to upload an update that's going to automatically make you take a picture of yourself to upload to get verification to get on your own PC. Oh, this is going to suck. Especially when it's not just the PC, it's going to be your telephones too. So, everything that we know right now, our rights are going to be taken away in the blink of an eye. And it's already happening. It's because of dumbasses. So, okay. We had a small look at Zorin OS, right, machine? We had a small look at Zorin OS. We can see that even on 3D Mark, that it really, with that little discrepancy that they wouldn't let me put in the full 3D Mark because it's designed for Windows, and they said all their games should be designed, you should be able to get them on Linux. Doesn't matter what distro you're on. The Steam app is the Steam app. Doesn't matter what distro you're on, because it's all designed for all distros, including Zorin OS. So maybe we can figure out why Valve is locking out some of the games from Linux. To me, when I seen that little Windows operating thing there, and it wouldn't let me download the game that was paid for, oh, that pissed me off. Most definitely, sure. But also, too, if I would have downloaded that, I probably wouldn't have had enough room for the operating system. I'm on a limited budget when it comes to downloading things for this drive here. So I am going to have to think of another plan. I might have to get one of my hard drives and see what we can do with that. Maybe. Not the small SSD, a bigger hard drive. I got to see if I can find one. So, Machine, what are you thinking at the end of the day?
I mean, it'll work if we can get it working.
That's going to take some time.
Yeah.
That's not like it's an over, that's not like it's an overnight thing. It's going to take time to build it. It's going to take time to tweak it. It's going to take time to build it, going back and forth until you got it tuned just right. It's going to take time. But it's still good though. I was still able to test something on it. I was able to test something on it. That's the reason why I said I didn't want to kill my Windows disk. You know what I mean? Because that's got a product key on it. And, I really don't think about killing that one. Because that's got the product key on it for Windows. It's certified product key. So, that's the reason why I haven't killed it. But yes, I am going to need a bigger SSD. But don't worry. We're going to wait it out till prices come down. Don't worry, the AI bubble is going to bust sooner or later. And a lot of people are saying the memory bubble is going to pop sooner. And they're learning that their investors are walking away from them. So we got a multiple thing that's happening in the PC world and all over the world, and it's causing a bunch of chaos. So guess what? We're just going to brush off the chaos and we're going to keep moving on. Just like the train doesn't stop. The J train's still chugging along. Everybody's jumping on, trying to get away from that mess. But until I can get Linux totally tuned up for the band, it's going to be a push come shove situation. I know with this older motherboard on Linux, Zorin OS, this was doing 80. And that's only doing 60, then there's something wrong with the operating system. As far as tuning. Not the operating system itself, it's just the tune. The tune's out of whack. But it can be fixed. Any software, anything can be fixed. Just to let you know that. Machine, what do you got to say about this, bro?
I mean, I have to see some game testing and stuff.
I know it's going to be a difficult kind of thing.
Yeah, you don't have enough space. Yeah.
As soon as I get enough space, that's when I'll really be able to get into that. But for now, at least we got an idea and we know the graphics card is working on it. That's the good thing, Machine. Am I disappointed with what I have put together right now? No. I know that I'm going to have to tune the program. There's no other way around it. In order to get it to run all my programs that Valve didn't have a system requirement of Windows on it. You know that makes me think that when they come out with games, that now they're looking at the system requirements. You know what I mean, Machine? That you got to look at the system requirements when you're on Linux, but when you're on Windows, it has no system requirement. You know? I mean, you can roll the video back. I just showed everybody on Linux that, with 3D Mark, the one that was already paid for, it said you have to have a Windows operating system for it. How in the hell are they doing it on the Steam machine? Are you telling me that little Steam box that they're selling, that they got the same requirements set up because that's Linux as well? That you can't run any game you want off of the Steam app? Are you telling me that they're locking you out on the Steam machine? Nobody's talking about this. That's where I'm trying to get at, Machine. Nobody's talking about this. You know what I mean? This is disheartening when people went out and bought the Steam machine, that little 6-inch by 6-inch cube, and only got one stick of 16 gigabytes of system RAM. And they have to put in, they got a 512 gigabyte SSD on that. And we already see that it's close to almost 30 gigabytes with system to run the Steam app. 30 to 32 gigs. Estimating. So you take the 32 gigs you got from the 512, which you don't get 512 because you'll get like what, 497 or something like that. They have to have a buffer space for the operating system. All operating systems are the same. They have to have a buffer, small reserved space for buffering and stuff. So your 512 gig stick, minus the operating system and everything else, means you have just as much you have just as much solid state drive space as I do on this test bench. After everything's said and done and you put in all your programs and everything else, that's about all the drive space you're going to have left. Enough for one game. Does that make sense there, Machine? This is what people are not talking about. That's the reason why you need a 1 terabyte space, is because the developers, they build these games so big that some eat between 60 and 100 gigabytes or more. You barely get enough room for your lunch. We're stuck with it, Machine. And everybody that bought the Steam machine, now you can see the negative side of the field. You can call me a liar or whatever. I just showed you right here on the channel just a few minutes ago that Valve and on the Steam app with Linux locks you out from certain games because they made them Windows based. That makes sense, machine?
Mm-hmm.
3D Mark, a game that's been bought and paid for. And you're telling me I can't put it in? Something ain't making sense, machine. Everybody's telling me, Jay, go to Linux. Jay, go to Linux. Jay, go to Linux. I've had 12 people tell me this in my emails. To tell me to get on Linux. Start showing everybody Linux. I don't care what distro I use. I got to start somewhere just like the regular consumer does. So I tried Zorin. I liked how it looked. I liked the feel of it. But what I don't like the feel of is what's happening with the Steam app on Linux. I don't like what's happening with the driver software for the graphics card, or that they're not giving you, AMD's not even stepping up to the plate when it comes to putting their AMD Adrenalin in place so you can control the GPU like you do on Windows. That it's only the only way you can get an update for the drivers for the graphics card is through Linux operating systems. You don't have a choice to pick your graphics card drivers. See what I'm saying, machine?
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody's missing. That's the reason why people don't want to run to Linux, is because you don't get the matter of choices. Now, with some people that have been on Linux for a long time, they know the ropes. But I'm putting myself in the first time consumer's shoes. I'm putting my thoughts aside and I'm putting myself down like I'm a first time consumer trying to make things work. Hello there, Mr. Gushantor. Good to see you. AMD and Intel GPUs are part of the Mesa driver. Yeah, but that's not where I'm going with that. If they're a part of the Mesa driver, then they should have at least an operating system or a graphics card app to where you can control your GPU. Now, I shouldn't have to go on a fishing expedition to just find that, which I put in a different program. It controls it, yes. Don't get me wrong, it does control it. It controls the fan speeds and all that. Fine. But the consumer that has nowhere to look, they don't know where to look. That's the ones I look out for, is because this way, if they go down this road, they can understand how hard it's going to be to come down this road. Sure, there's a whole Linux community, and sure, everybody takes care of everybody, but you can't take care of somebody that doesn't know how to use the software. I haven't used it in a long time. So yeah, I'm refreshing myself, getting back into the head of it. But that's the whole headache of going down this road with the new operating system, is you're going to have these headaches. I remember back in Windows 95 days where we all had headaches with Windows 95. Microsoft is no saint. So I remember I used to do Linux Red Hat. I forgot all the special things I could do with it. But that's years ago when it first got cranking up. But I understand what you're saying about the drivers. But the thing is this, since AMD is open driver source, they should have had something that matching their Adrenaline software for Linux, but they don't. They just say, here's a little driver for you that's out of date. You know it as well as I know it. These drivers are so out of date that they're not even up to the year 2026. Especially when it's running at 60 FPS. Now, if I put Windows in here, I know it's running over 100 FPS on an average. So it's going to take time tuning Linux. It really is. What do you think, Machine?
Yeah.
This is kind of rabbit hole you don't want to jump down, does it?
Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's if they would have made Linux more automated than they do now, to where you can take and install an app and you can install it and walk away from it. You know what I mean? But it's not like Windows. We can't compare the two because they're not the same. Because in order to get Linux to run right, you got to make sure you're putting in the right stuff to make it run right for you. It's basically they give you a platform that's not even an actual operating system. It's basically like a kernel driver. It's like the kernel driver of Windows operating system. So it's a kernel-based program. I don't know, guys. Maybe making a couple more videos on Linux to see what improvements I've been making. Maybe that's a good path to roll. And maybe, going through this, you guys can help me through in the midst of it just by leaving comments down on the video below. You can leave your comments on the videos. You can leave your comments on the instant replays of the live streams. So just leave your comments. Maybe you guys can teach me something more about Linux since I haven't used it in a long time. So, what do you think, Machine? Will that work?
Yeah, well, give it a shot for sure.
Well, if you got the subscribers and the viewers giving me comments of how the best way to go, they're going to get credit for it, because I'm going to mention it on any video or live stream that I make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will give them credit. I don't take the credit unless I come up with the idea. That's the only time I come up with the credit. But if somebody else comes out with the credit, if Machine comes out with a great idea and stuff, he gets the credit.
That doesn't happen very often.
What? I don't credit you anytime,
No,
sir?
great ideas.
Yeah, but I do credit you for coming up with a few.
Yeah. the one per year that I give you.
The once per year, I give you one brain cell for 1 year, and don't spend it all. Is that what you're saying? You're giving me one brain cell for one credited year. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll try not to spend it all in one place, bro. Just makes me wonder sometimes. You're making me wonder sometimes. Look, I know everybody didn't expect me to make a live stream tonight. They thought I made it last night. But, you know, it is Wednesday. And it is Hump Day Wednesday. That's the reason why I call it Hump Day Wednesday. But the whole idea is maybe I was hoping the OS would kind of transition me from Windows to Linux. That's what I was kind of hoping for. Because of the distribution, or I keep forgetting the goddamn name of it again. You know, I've already tried Linux Mint. I did not like it. Sorry, there's a lot of Linux Mint users out there, but don't get me wrong. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you have to follow that chain. If you like it, more power to you guys. I'm just saying I don't like it because I've messed with it for quite a while. I just don't like taking and putting in codes and everything else. You know, you have to keep in mind I'm using the same attitude as a consumer that doesn't have time to do that. A consumer that's illiterate to when it comes to PCs, they just know how to operate them. You know, they don't know how to mess with the operating system. They don't know how to, you know, go in there and pull up codes to automatically install something. You know, people don't have time for that. And you guys, they will tell you, and some people would tell you, I don't have time for it. I want it to work out of the box, and I don't want to have to worry about anything else. That's the reason why most of the people are still staying on Windows, is because they don't have to mess with coding and everything else. Yes, I know they got apps in there. And I know if you get the right apps and start matching things to your personal preferences, then it could be something that you might want to use. But as far as the gaming, I'm sorry. I don't. That's a fresh new copy of Zorin OS. Fresh new copy, updated. I made sure I updated it a little bit early, so this way we didn't have to wait in order to get into the Steam OS. That's the reason why I took you guys through and just did a quick install of the Steam OS. That's not hard. But the problem I'm seeing is right now, it's not going to work the way I want it when it comes to the operating system. I would rather go back to Windows 10 at this point, because I know the customer or the consumer will be just as frustrated as I would feel. You guys understand, right? So we have to start looking at it that way. I'm not against Linux. Trust me, I'm not. It's just the developers need to make it easier for the consumer to, in order to pick what they want on an app, so it'll automatically install. The problem I'm seeing is if you go to a website and you download the app, that it will not push the app on unless you get it from their stores. That's another negative. Second negative is that when you go to play your games on Steam, that you're locked out from it. That's another negative. See, I'm only pulling up two negatives. Third negative that I can tell you that I think is bullshit is that every time you go to install something, that they're forcing you. Here's the third negative, that they're forcing you to use your authentic password. That should automatically be encrypted and locked. It should not be to where you got to put it in every 5 seconds. I know you guys are going to say you can do that another way. I know you're going to say that. But I'm giving you what the consumer would feel being frustrated. And those 3 strikes right there will make the consumer run right back to Windows. Does that make sense, Machine?
Yeah.
Hello there, Mr. Real Official. What if I decide to put Windows 98 on a system, big mistake, with a 5090 and a Ryzen 9 9550 X3D and 9550?
The 16 core.
The 9550, bro?
It's not. It's the 9950.
Yeah, so you put 9550.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. With the 16 terabyte NVMe storage.
I don't think they have that yet.
Actually, no, they do.
Do they really? They have it for sale for the consumer?
No, they have it sell for server grade.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, they can pay $10,000 for it.
Yeah, it's server grade right now.
Yep.
The
That's
maximum, real max you can go is 8 terabyte.
Yeah.
You would have to use 2 8 terabyte sticks. And if you want to make it a full 16, then what you could do is running it on RAID 0 and incorporate the 2 into 1. But it would I would never ever run an SSD on RAID 0. Never. If I want more space, I'll just go into the Windows Explorer and I'll go and just download it right there to the second drive. It takes maybe a minute more, but the thing is, I would rather do it manually than anything. This way, I understand when you put everything in RAID, it gives you the chance if you want to run 3 drives, and if one goes bad, you got 2 more, but they have to be exactly the same or greater from one another in order for that to work. And I'm not going to waste my time and do that unless I'm building a NAS unit. Maybe that would be the reason I would do it. But then you're going to need a server grade processor. And don't tell me you can't do it with the server grade processor. Guess what? They make them. They make them right there. Ooh, I got some hair on that thing. They make it right there. So yeah, I can make that into a NAS because it's got 32 gigs and it's got ECC memory. So I can run it for a NAS. Arch Linux with manually compiled kernel. Yeah, I know. But the thing is this. I have to take it in a different perspective because I can't just look at it in one direction of one person. I have to look at it in all directions of the consumers that are out there wanting to know if it's going to be good enough for them. The ones that don't have the schooling and everything else, there's many people that don't have that knowledge that can actually run Linux. All I'm testing is to see if they made Linux any better than the last time I ran it. Maybe if they have it more automated, maybe people will start going to Linux. But it's not automated enough for, your average consumer to actually get into doing Linux. That's the reason why it has a small margin of people that are on Linux. And the bigger margin is still on Windows. So the statistics don't lie. It would only take several hours to install the OS. Several hours? How long do you think it took me to install this OS right here? It took me less than 15 minutes. It took about maybe 12 minutes by my clock. And then the setup process, after it was said and done, after the updates, maybe a total of 30 minutes total. So it's not that bad. But the problem I'm having is it's not with the operating system. It's with Valve and Steam. That's one of the problems. So actually my boss put Ubuntu Linux for his mom on her computer. Well, like I said, it won't take me long to get back into Linux. I can go in there and just retrain myself and get right back on it again. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying, everybody wants to look at that narrow picture and they're not really thinking. They're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about that narrow picture of what about me? Okay, I can't think about what about me. I have to think about everybody in this world that watches this live stream. I have to think about everybody in this world that watches my videos and what their thought is on this. I hear your thoughts. Trust me. I hear your thoughts and I hear it very well. Okay. But you know how to use this program. I'm talking about the general public that some of them don't know how and some of them that don't want to learn. I've had maybe 45, 50 people already tell me that the reason why they don't run Linux is because they don't have the time. Time is the essence when it comes with the consumers. You got people that go to work, come home, that do a different kind of job, that don't mess with computers all day long, that they're working let's say in Walmart or something, and when they come home, machine can tell you, right, machine?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be messing with the programming just to play your games.
Yep. It's more of a enthusiast type of thing.
Exactly.
Yep.
So. Linux is not for everybody.
No.
That's all I'm going to say. It's not for everybody.
Hopefully someday it will be.
Maybe they'll construct it in a different way, thinking about what the real consumer really thinks. That's the reason why they got more than 20 plus distros on Linux. They got more than one distro on Linux. They got over 20 plus distros on Linux. So, yes, I do agree they all are great options. But here's my option, and this is what's going to happen. Machine, I'm going to call it right here on the live stream. We're already past 2 hours. So that means I did 2 live streams this week for you guys. So, you got anything you want to tell everybody before we go ahead and head out?
Well, if you showed up, thanks. Appreciate it.
And we always thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We always thank you guys for showing up for the live stream. We always thank you guys for watching the videos from beginning to end to help build the amount of watch time hours for the channel. We do appreciate you guys for all that. And we always value you guys' opinions. And don't think that we don't. We take all you guys' opinions and we listen to them every day. I'm always here. This is full time for me. I'm always here. I'm always listening. And I do answer you guys when you need me to answer you the most. So. But anyway, first time here. And we do appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video or live stream. Till the next time and the next video. You know what it is? We'll see you on the next one, guys.